Today on the Topping Show, Bud Light has their worst sales week yet. Biden fundraising off to a slow start. Colin Kaepernick says capitalism is bad while publishing a new book for sale. John Taffer slams Bud Light. Washington State passes California for the highest gas prices. Good humor killing an iconic ice cream novelty. Tesla wins the most American car manufacturer by Cars.com. And their new factory may be in India. FTC to sue Amazon over their Prime. And Microsoft to decrease Xbox prices. All that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner and need a little assistance, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Now, going on to the business part of the podcast, you have the FTC wanting to sue Amazon over their Prime practice. Now, not to brag, but I believe I'm part of the 1% of Americans who do not have Amazon Prime, partially because I have this rare, unusual thing that only a couple people have. It's called patience. And Amazon, they sell things you don't need. You're not going to die if you don't get your chips or salsa or what else they sell, or your books next day delivered. So I'm one of those folks where no, I don't pay for it, and everyone keeps saying there's more and more value. You need Prime just for the streaming as well. And I'm like, well, does that make me smarter? No. Does it increase my business acumen? No. Does it help? But what does it do? Entertainment. Oh, okay, interesting. But I digress. Now, the FTC is suing Amazon because they're claiming that Amazon tricked millions of consumers into signing up for Amazon Prime and then frustrating their attempts to cancel because of the automatic renewing. Now, this in and of itself basically sounds like a standard subscription service in the regards that, yes, they're very sticky in terms of once people sign up for a service, the number of people actually cancel it or they decrease, they just stop the auto renewal is pretty slim. This is why everything in life these days is pushed as a subscription service, because more often than not, they're not going to cancel it because it takes effort. Now, I did have Prime back in the day when I was in college because they had some type of free college promo. And after a while, they did charge you. Once they found out that they were charging me, I subsequently canceled. But to say it's hard to cancel or hard to stop the auto renewal, that's ridiculous. In terms of customer service, and again, I don't own Amazon stock, and I don't even know Jeff Bezos, but they have probably the best customer service when it comes to an e-commerce platform. You can reach someone within minutes. I remember one time I had an issue with something where it shipped to me, but I didn't get it. And I suspect it's because my apartment complex was so utterly inept when it comes to mail processing. And I didn't get the product. And within reaching out to their online person, using the Amazon customer service portal, or whatever they call it, they just sent me a new product, and it took less than 5 minutes. That's exceptional customer service. That's basically the opposite of the United States Postal Service. Burn. Although, perhaps not that original since they've been utterly inept for decades. Well, thanks to lack of competition that's written into the law, they will be existing for quite some time. Fun fact, you can't actually mail someone a card or a letter through FedEx or UPS. It has to be through USPS. But I digress. Now, they're saying that they tricked them. It's hard to stop the auto renewal. Now, I'm not buying that. It's pretty easy. Now, they further say that Amazon makes the checkout process harder than if you don't first subscribe to Amazon Prime, which currently costs $139 a year, which that's ridiculous. That's like one tank of gas in Washington State. That story later today. But yeah, I don't see that. For me, that's way too much, but that's just me. But they're saying that the FTC is stating that when an Amazon customer goes to the checkout, they have the different options where it's a little much cheaper and they're much faster if you just click the default, which I believe the default is Prime. Now, I order a couple random things through Amazon traditionally, or interestingly enough, the thing they started off selling is where I usually buy my books because they have a pretty good selection. And if you want, I guess we can do a tour of my office here. I have whole shelves of books. But it's one of those things where, yeah, if you're if you're foolish or just moronic and you just click yes, yes, yes to everything, of course, they're going to auto sign you up for all that crap. That's usually how it works. Now, I think all it takes me is not even an extra second because it's habit. I just make sure I click on the option that says, yeah, I want the free shipping, but I don't want the ultra free shipping where it'll get here within 2 minutes if you have Amazon Prime because you need that book or whatever crap people buy on that site. I mean, very important things. You can't live without it. I know they sell groceries, but still, you don't need to have it. I digress. But it's one of those situations where it's clearly written. Like, if you can read, you know that you're paying for Prime if you select those options. So I don't, again, Amazon also probably has a whole army of pretty damn good lawyers. So I don't see them actually having to pay any fines for this. And in terms of the impact on business, I don't think it's going to happen. Americans love Amazon Prime. They have a whole day dedicated to Prime. Although it is disgusting cultural appropriation. Many people do not remember the true meaning of Prime Day, which is when Optimus Prime gave his life for the Americans and for the human race on Transformers. Rest in peace, Optimus Prime. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Can't thank you enough for taking time to like, subscribe, and comment. Each one of those things greatly helps out the channel. All your feedback and critique also greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.